But now we transition in to college basketball. It's got to be talked about. It's got to be talked about, guys. And why I want to talk about it, we'll save the best for last, okay? We will save the best for last. But let's just start off here, guys. Texas. Texas is known as a football school. Also, one last thing about college football, because that reminds me. Tom Herman gets fired. Steve Sarkisian coming in at Texas to be the new head coach. After the Alabama game in the national championship, he will leave Bama and go to Texas. I don't think Tom Herman was ever a good fit. I don't think he fit the culture. A lot of kids didn't get along with him down there. I think this is a good move by Texas. I think Texas needed a fresh start. I think Sarkisian, what he's done at Bama, it's great. And what Nick Saban does is by revising coaches' coaching career is hilarious. How great he does great at it, you know? I think that's a good hire by Texas. I do. Herman never fit there. It just never worked. I know he had success at Houston, but it just not here. Not at Texas. Good move there. But everyone says, oh, Texas is back. Texas is back. Texas is a football school. No, they're not, guys. Hold the phone. Texas basketball. We're talking possible national champions right here, guys. I know Gonzaga's insane, and Gonzaga will probably win the championship, but that's what makes March Madness great. You don't know. But I'll tell you what I do know. I know that Texas basketball is unbelievable. And I didn't think in a world, in 2021, I would come in and say Texas is a top 5 team in the country. Shaka Smart could win Coach of the Year. Shaka Smart was great at VCU. He hasn't made the tournament, I don't believe, maybe once with Texas in the last 5 or 6 years ever since he's gotten here. They've always sucked. And you know what? When you go get a 5-star freshman, Greg Brown from Texas, the state of Texas, pretty good. Greg Brown's great at basketball. Guys, Kansas is the number 3 team in the country. They are a very good team. And what Texas did to them on Saturday, they dismantled them. They dismantled them. It was 84-59. 25-point win. Pretty decent. I mean, largest home loss at Kansas in a very long time. Biggest win in Texas basketball history against the Jayhawks. So, Matt Coleman, Andrew Jones, Greg Brown, they have a special team. They lost their head assistant coach, Ja Lucas, arguably the best recruiter on the staff too, that brought Greg Brown to them, to Kentucky. No big deal, whatever. But they're great. They're fantastic. And we got to start giving them the recognition they deserve. Texas could win the national championship. I don't think many people are respecting them like they should, but they're special. They really are. And another team that's special is Tennessee. I've been very adamant about this. I think Baylor, I think we can add Texas into the list right now, as well, the way they're playing. Baylor, Texas, but Tennessee are the 3 teams that have a legit shot at beating Gonzaga. Now, Tennessee lost. Tennessee lost to Alabama on Saturday to open up SEC play. Tennessee drops to 0-1, uncharacteristic of the Vols. It was a home loss, but it's not as bad as a loss as people think. Alabama's the second best team in the SEC this year. They're the second best. They played well. John Petty, he was shooting the lights out of the ball. I mean, he's been there for about 20 years in college, but guys, Alabama's not bad. Tennessee just got out-hustled, out-hearted. They weren't making shots. So, not a bad loss is what people think. It's their first. I mean, you're not going to be like the 2015 in Kentucky team and rattle off and go 13 or 38-0. 38-0. Should have won the national championship. That's the greatest team in college sports history. Okay? My opinion, but it was. 8 NBA draft picks, whatever. So, Tennessee's good, but you can't expect them to win all the games. Especially Tennessee, they can score, but they have a lot of good bigs, and they want to bruise down low. And I think Alabama did very well with that. So, big loss there. Now, what I really want to get into, and this is why it's a good feeling. We played this song at the beginning of the episode because I'm in a great mood. Kentucky football, they won. But Kentucky basketball, we won a game. We won a game. Mac, why are you celebrating a win over Mississippi State? I'll tell you why. It's because it's been an atrocious year. It's been an atrocious year. We started 2021 off with a bang. Yes, we did. And why I am so happy about this. If you are a Kentucky fan or if you are a diehard college hoop fan, you would have to know this story. Dante Allen versus John Calipari. Dante Allen versus John Calipari. Dante Allen, a freshman, a true freshman, or redshirt freshman, guard from Pendleton County, Kentucky, a small area in Kentucky. What Cal has not really embraced, why he's been at Kentucky, is the Kentucky kids and letting them play. He hasn't recruited many. He's recruited Darius Miller. They won the national championship that year in 2012. Dominique Hawkins, Derek Willis. Great for the program. And now Dante Allen. Okay? Kentucky's played 6 games before this. He played against Morehead State, whatever. But so they played 7 before that, but he only played in 1 before that. He didn't play the last 6 games. And Calipari was getting a lot of grief from fans. Play Dante Allen. Kentucky was ranked one of the worst shooting teams in the whole entire country in three-point percentage. They couldn't hit a 3 to save their goddamn life. They really couldn't. They had Davion Mintz, okay? And Devin Askew, the only 2 that you would even be like, I can maybe live with that shot. Everybody else, atrocious, okay? He comes in. Calipari. We come out against Mississippi State, showed no heart. It was a tough game. It was like, this is tough to watch. I mean, the 10-minute mark comes around. We can't get a bucket to save our life. John Calipari gets ejected. And I want you guys to remember this. I was at this game in 2014. Kentucky against South Carolina. South Carolina was like 11-14 at the time, 11-15. They were horrible. Kentucky didn't have a true identity that year. They were horrible. Calipari got ejected on purpose. On purpose. And what happened? The spark happened. Kentucky goes to the national championship and makes a run as an 8 seed. So this team needed to play for themselves. They needed to play for themselves, correct? Can't just rely on Coach Cal, who, by the way, I will be the first to say, I don't think he's been that great this year. A lot of Kentucky fans will tell you the same. Calipari's not living up to what he's supposed to do when you're on a lifetime contract. Cal gets ejected. And Bruiser Flint, he's been a lifelong coach, all of a sudden brings Dante in. Dante played about 2 minutes in the first half, hit a 3, okay? Then he gets taken out. It's like, why? What are we doing? If Cal doesn't get ejected of the game, in this game against Mississippi State, Kentucky loses. Kentucky loses. Calipari wouldn't have played Dante Allen. He wouldn't have played Dante Allen. Let's be real. He was not going to play him. But he gets ejected. BJ Boston. Guys, I like BJ a lot. I do. But, he's so frustrating. He's 4 for 13. And I'll tell you what happened. This was a double overtime victory for the Cats. Unbelievable game against Mississippi State. First of all, Dante Allen, let's stick on him for a sec. 23 points. He hit 7 threes. He is now, I believe, second, maybe third on made threes on the whole team. That tells you how horrible we are shooting the 3. Right there, that's all you need to know. Let's keep it at that. Right there, that's all you need to know. He's already third on the team in shooting 3s. Okay? He hit 7 off the bench. Off the bench. Lighting it up like I've never seen before. I mean, he was looking like Curry out there. No joke. Huge. Just coming off the bench. And the team was loving it. Olivier Sarr. I've been hard on Olivier. It's calling him soft. I think he can toughen up a little bit. But he had 14 points and 12 rebounds. He hit a huge 3 to start the second overtime. Thank you, Mr. Sarr. And then you go to BJ. 4 for 13. What I thought the coaches did well is they kept BJ off the floor. And what Kentucky fans need to do, everybody's rallied around Dante Allen. He's a local kid. Everybody in the state of Kentucky loves Dante Allen. They've been cheering him on. We want Dante, right? And he's lit a spark. But what Kentucky fans need to understand too, you have to literally rally behind BJ Boston. This Kentucky team will not reach the height that they can go, the potential they can go, if BJ Boston doesn't start playing well. He shoots, he's not making anything. And it's in his head at this point. He's got to be rallied around. All we need is one game from BJ. If BJ can start something special, here we go. Now we're talking. We're just not there yet. We're not there yet with BJ. We got to rally around him. And the last thing I want to hit on, I think this team's, they're close. They're trying. So a lot of people have been bashing them, but they're still going for one another. I mean, you see Terrence Clark, he was rolled out with an ankle injury. And he's like, I've never been so happy for someone in my life. He didn't even play. The bench was celebrating every shot that we were making. Dante Allen, the team loves him. That brought the team together. All you need was a spark. All you ask for is to be competitive. You're like, Matt, Kentucky's 2-6. Why in the world are you even this excited about them? Because they showed heart. That's all I want. Heart. And that's exactly what they did. And I'm happy for them. You're like, they're 2-6. So what? Yeah. In SEC play, the way I'm viewing this season, Kentucky goes 13-5. Kentucky's in the tournament. We're 1-0 on the year. Kentucky's 1-0. And that's what I want to stay. I want to stick with that. I am so proud of them. What a win. Vanderbilt Tuesday night. I'm sorry I went on a very long tangent about Kentucky basketball. I'm sure a lot of you could care less. Totally understand, but we needed to talk about it. And that's why I am in a good feeling. But it's been a long episode. I want to wrap up just quick on NBA. I got to talk about Jaylen Brown here for a second. Jaylen's my guy. Saw him play in high school. Incredible athlete. Jaylen Brown is scorching hot. Scorching hot. Okay? Jaylen Brown, 28 points per game, 60% shooting, not bad. 43% from three. I would say that's good. And by the way, he just so happens to be leading the NBA in scoring. Pretty good if you ask me, correct? Correct. I mean, that's not Kevin Durant, not Kyrie Irving. No, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen's amazing. Paul George last night, he had a great night in LA. 39 points, 7 for 10 shots, 70% from three. First Clipper to have multiple 35 points and 7 made threes in franchise history. Haven't been a franchise for that long, but he played well. Zach LaVine, 39. I mean, there hasn't been really guys who are scoring the rock that well besides Michael Jordan and Derrick Rose. And to end it, Steph Curry has the first 50-point game of the season. I don't think that's a surprise. That's a typical thing Steph would do. He's a true talent. You know, he is great. Steph Curry, it's his first one. No, he ended up finishing, by the way. He had over 50, but I just want to credit this. He had 62 points to end the night. Career night. Not bad. 18 for 31. He shot 50% from three. Not quite bad. I mean, it's a career high. He's never hit 62, so have a day, Steph. That's absurd. Oh, my God. The Warriors are back. Steph's back. Good to have him back. Makes basketball fun. I love you guys. Thank you for sitting through this episode. The energy was here today. I was excited to get this out to you. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because I truly did. Go Cats. Cowboys aren't in the playoffs. We're breaking down the playoffs next week. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Mac on Sports on YouTube. I love you guys so much. Peace out. Thank you for all your support. Let's start January 2021 with a bang. This podcast is going to hit some real numbers. I couldn't do it without any one of you guys. I truly do mean it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support.